what it is. The day after the election, I've done my rant on the election. You can watch it on another video. I'm not going to get into that again. I've got 2 boxes here, both from Barnes & Noble. Both board games, so label it as such. And so if you don't want to watch those, you don't have to. But for those of you who are joining my channel and like board games, this one is for... I did already open this box, so I didn't open the second one up. The second one is much bigger, by the way. The second one looks like that. But this, I did open this one up. I was kind of excited to get this one. It's more of a generic type game that anybody should be able to enjoy. It's called CV, which stands for Curriculum Vitae, or resume in this country. That's a Latin phrase. And it's Curriculum Vitae, I believe, is like a life story or life chart or something along those lines. I'm not really savvy in Latin. But like all board games these days, it's got the nice vinyl type coating on it, whatever this is. This has 87 cards, 7 dice, a board, 49 tokens, a notepad, pencil, and instructions. These games get pretty expensive too, and I only paid, I think, $22 for it, but it lists for $34. I don't think it's worth $34, but I do think it's worth $25. And I'll show you in a minute why I say that. What would have happened if, the back of the box says. Have you ever wondered who you would have been if your life had gone differently? Maybe you would be a magician or travel around the world, or maybe big business tempts you and your goal would be to earn $1 million. In the game CV, everything is possible. A dream job, new relationships and skills. You can be whoever you want. Build your history step by step. At the end of the game, you'll have a unique collection of cards, your curriculum vitae. The player who best accomplishes their life goals will be the winner. And then the back of the box looks like this, so you can get a peek at that. Cards, the board. I think the dice are visible there too, if I'm not mistaken. There you go, curriculum vitae. I'll show you a couple things now. This has a tray built in, so all the pieces, cards and such can fit. And here's the instruction book. Fairly simple. It's a fairly simple game from what I understand. Basically, as I understand it, different cards are placed onto the map. And you roll dice. And each card has a cost. Let's put the cards here. And I suppose here's, yeah, both these places here. I guess all these places. And then you use the dice like a Yahtzee type thing. So you roll 3 times, keep the ones you want. And the dice look like this. So you get different symbols on them. And you keep the ones you want, re-roll the ones you don't want, until such time as either you get these unsmiley faces, which you're stuck with. That's bad luck. You can't re-roll those. Or until you get a combination of things that allow you to buy one of these cards that are on here. And the cards will look something like that. So that means it's one money, I think, to buy that, if I'm not mistaken. And I haven't played it or read the directions, but I did watch a video of seeing somebody play it. So I think I'm on fairly good ground. At the end of the game, there's a chart here that I think helps you to understand how many points you get for various things. So to get more health or more, so this chart here, looks like health, I don't know what maybe education or maybe social, you get more prestige in your life, and that adds up. Notice money's not on there. That's pretty good. Because money isn't the most important thing. I always tell my kids that. What's important is that you're happy, that you're good to people, that you lead a good life. That's important. So here's the little tokens that you get. I think you get these depending on what you do in life. You get different numbers of these. At the end, you tally your votes up on this little tiny scorecard. How cute. 4 people can play. You just tally it up on this little tiny scorecard here that comes with a pencil. I don't think you really need that, but you can make your own up. But you get the idea. So pretty basic game, but to me that's sort of that's more fun sometimes when you have a pretty basic game. Everything fits neatly in the box, which is always nice. So that's CV. What would have happened if? ... The artwork looks cool. That's all those are representation of the artwork. Very cartoony, which is fine. I think it's a game my 12-year-old can play, and I think it's a family game. Everybody I think would enjoy this. And I was excited to get that because it is a family game, and I've got a lot of ones that are more strategy minded. But both of these are highly labeled as family games. In fact, this next one is on a lot of people's list of kind of best game to introduce new gamers to. Pop this open. Both of these were on sale at Barnes & Noble for 30% off the regular list price. And, normally this time of year, being November, if you and my wife had I think about $80 in credit from something with the Nook, I don't remember anymore. Normally, if you would have told me that I'd have a chance to buy some Criterions at 50% off at Barnes & Noble with $80 worth of credit, I would have done that, but I didn't. For a couple of reasons, and I'm not going to get into all of them, but I just didn't want to. That's the bottom line for whatever reason. All right, so here, got a bunch of stuff in here. Unless these are coupons, and I'm sure what this red envelope is. It's all sealed. It's usually an invitation to join a wine club or something. Yeah, wine club. Yeah, can't get them shipped to Pennsylvania if they state liquor. You get your liquor from the state, or you don't get it at all. I've seen all these things before. All right, so we get to what's in here. Aside from all these airbags here, it's a pretty heavy game actually. And that is, I had a couple choices here, but I went with this one. Many of you may have already played this. If you play board games, it's called Ticket to Ride, and I went with the Europe edition as opposed to the USA edition for a couple reasons. I find the map to be a little more interesting. It adds tunnels and ferries, so you can go from, say, France to England, if you'd like. Normally this game is priced at $50, and they had it on sale for about $35. And I had, on both these games, in addition to the 30% off, I had another 15% off plus free shipping with both of them. So that was able to significantly drop the cost of these, which is why I got them for, I think this one was like $30 shipped, and it's normally $49.99. And that's a lot of places. I think a better price than even Amazon offered it. And of course, having the credit made it even more easy to make that choice. So I haven't played this game, so I don't really know a lot about it, other than I know you get tickets that allow you to connect two places. So you get a ticket from X to Y, and your job is to build a train between those places, and you get points for doing so. So you're essentially, I guess, laying track, I guess would be the best way to put it. Well, let's read the back. From the craggy hillsides of Edinburgh to the sunlit docks of Constantinople, from the dusty alleys of Pamplona to the windswept station in Berlin, Ticket to Ride Europe takes you on a new train adventure through the great cities of turn-of-the-century Europe. Will you risk a trip through the dark tunnels of Switzerland, venture aboard a ferry on the Black Sea, or erect lavish train stations, that's another thing that's new, in the great capitals of the old empires? Your next move might just make you Europe's greatest train magnate. Yeah. Good stuff. From 2 to 5 players. Ages 8 and up. Takes between 30 and 60 minutes to play it. There's 240 colored train cars. There are one map, 15 colored train stations, 110 something. I'm going to trade 10 train car cards, 46 destination tickets, 5 wooden scoring markers, and a rules booklet. So lots of goodies with this. It's Ticket to Ride. Can't wait to try that. Another family game. So this was my family game boxes, I guess you'd say. And I'm happy to add both these games to my collection. And yeah, we'll go from there. I'll show them one more time. Pull this box out of the way. First of all, there was CV, Curriculum Vitae. What would have happened if? Where you kind of get to build your life's resume through social interaction, jobs, creative ideas, a number of different things. Health. You can become a doctor. You can do a lot of other things, I suppose, in this. Haven't played it yet, but that looks like a fun game for the family. And then the other one is Ticket to Ride, the Europe edition, turn of the century, cities where you're running trains between them. We're supposed to be this generation's Monopoly. So if you like Monopoly, this would be a good transition game to get into the more modern games, which generally offer, I don't want to say more fun, although I never really was a big fan of Monopoly. To me, Monopoly, 40 minutes before it's over, you know who's going to win. Unless somebody gets really lucky. It's not hard to figure out who's going to win when you're playing Monopoly. Once somebody gets Boardwalk and Park Place and the four railroads or that type of thing, or they bankrupt somebody else and take all their stuff and build, it's not that hard, and you're just playing it out at that point. And a lot of people don't like you to quit it's inevitable. But these other games tend to take longer to figure out, what's going to happen. There's a little more parity, a little less luck, I guess you'd say. Although there's always some luck. So it's more likely to finish the game because it's not a foregone conclusion 40 minutes before the game's over who's going to win. I think there's something to that, and it makes them enjoyable for me, and I think for anybody who wants to try them. Well, that's it, guys. That's my unboxing. Ticket to Ride and CV. Hope you enjoyed it. Both these games look like a lot of fun. Look for me to do some lists in the future. I've got enough games now, both current and older games, that I can start doing top 10 lists and games that I recommend for people for various things, and a lot of channels do that. And I'm happy for you to watch and happy for you to comment. If you like board games, tell me what you play, what you don't play. Maybe something I can pick up down the road. Or maybe something I'll just try at some point. There's a game shop that I can go to and try games out if they have them. All right, that's it, guys. Thanks a lot, and take care.